The ocean's depths are a vast and mysterious realm, far deeper than most people realize. If we were to remove all the land from the Earth's continents and islands and fill the ocean's deepest points with that land, the entire planet would be submerged under an ocean 2 miles deep. With 3/4 of the Earth's surface already covered in water, the true extent of its depths is awe-inspiring. To grasp the scale of these depths, consider this. An average human is just a tiny dot compared to the vastness of the ocean, while even an elephant appears minuscule in comparison. The largest ship ever built, the Nevis, is merely a speck in the ocean's expanse. As we descend into the depths, we encounter remarkable milestones. At 40 meters, the maximum depth allowed for recreational scuba diving, we begin to glimpse the underwater world. The wreck of the Lusitania, discovered at 93 meters, Lusitania itself is 240 meters long, which means that it sank in water shallower than it is length. So if the ship was standing on its stern or bow, it would be sticking out of the water, offers a poignant reminder of the ocean's history. Venturing deeper, we confront the dangers of decompression sickness at 100 meters. Yet individuals like Herbert Nitsch to accomplish the freediving world record at a depth of 214 meters, and Ahmed Gabr have a little further down at 332 meters, pushed the limits of human endurance, setting records for freediving and scuba diving, respectively. If he had swam down another 111 meters, then he would have reached the height of the Empire State Building. If it was submerged, descending further than that at 500 meters, we encounter the domain of blue whales, the largest creatures on Earth, and the U.S. Seawolf-class nuclear submarine, the remarkable adaptations of marine life to extreme pressures. At 535 meters, we can witness the maximum dive depth of emperor penguins. And this is one we must bring up: the intensity of water pressure. At this level, below the surface, the water pressure exerted on a person or the penguins would be roughly equivalent to a hippo standing on leaf surface. So further down the depths at 830 meters would be the height of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, the tallest building in the world. At 1,000 meters, we enter scary the abyssalzone, where permanent darkness reigns, and only the most specialized organisms like the giant squid thrive. The pressures here are akin to standing on the surface of Venus, highlighting you would die very quickly in this hostile environment. You would also meet the giant squid at this sea level if the water pressure didn't already kill you. At 1,280 meters, we reach the maximum depth dived to by the leatherback sea turtle. And further down, at 1,128 meters, we would reach the deepest part of the Grand Canyon were it to be underwater with us. Down at 2,000 meters, we start to encounter some of the more terrifying sea creatures, like the ominously named black dragon's eye, a carnivorous beast with a stomach that doesn't allow light to be emitted through it. Meaning that since we are in total darkness underwater at this point, the only way you would ever see this thing is with a flashlight. If you have reached this limit, a little further down at 2,150 meters, we would reach the maximum depth dived by both sperm whales and the very frightening colossal squid. Sperm whales often have sucker marks and scars left on their bodies from battles with the colossal squid that likely take place at these incredible depths. The squids themselves can grow to be 14 meters long and weigh up to 750 kilograms, with eyes the size of a dinner plate and razor-sharp sickles in the middle of their tentacles. So yeah, good luck with that down there. Deeper still, we encounter the wreckage of the RMS Titanic at 3,800 meters, and past that at 4,000-meter plunge into the abyssal zone, where water pressure reaches a staggering 11,000 pounds per square inch. Here, bizarre creatures like the fing-tooth, anglerfish, and viperfish. Anglerfish inhabit a world alien to human experience. At 4,267 meters is the average depth of the ocean, where you would normally expect to hit the floor. But there are parts of the ocean that go significantly deeper than even this. At 4,691 meters rests the wreckage of the battleship Bismarck, sunk during World War II. And way down at 6,000 meters is the beginning of the HadalZone, named after the underworld Hades itself. where life persists in unimaginable forms despite crushing pressures can become 1,100 times what you would experience way back on top at the surface, which is roughly equal to a truck balancing on an ante, or a single person carrying the weight of 50 Boeing 747 jumbo jets. Down at these depths, you would be crushed immediately. At 6,500 meters, we reach the maximum depth that the DSV Alvin can dive to, a popular research submarine that helped to discover the Titanic. Way further down at 848 meters below the surface, and we have arrived at the height of Mount Everest, were it to be upside down and placed underwater. And then way further past even that at 10,198 meters, we arrive at the depth reached by James Cameron in 2012 during the Deep Sea Challenger mission. The deepest point of the ocean yet reached by humans was back in 1960, though, when two men named Don Walsh and Jacques Piccard reached a depth of 10,116 meters using their Trieste submarine. It took them 5 hours to descend through the ocean to this depth, and they only stayed for 20 minutes before a window cracked and they began to resurface. Just a bit further down from there at 10,172 meters, and we've reached the average flight altitude of a commercial airliner. So if you've ever looked out of a window while on a flight and looked down to the ground, that's a very good sense of how incredibly deep down into the abyss that we are currently at. Finally, when we hit 10,094 meters, we have hit the bottom of the known ocean, called the ChallengerDeep. Right. At the ChallengerDeep, the deepest known point in the ocean, human exploration has revealed only a fraction of its mysteries, leaving much of the ocean's depths uncharted and waiting to be discovered. Here on this map, just about 300 kilometers southwest of Guam Island. However, it is believed that there are almost certainly even deeper parts of the ocean than this that just haven't been discovered yet. It wasn't until 1997, after all, that the Serena Deep was discovered with a depth of 10,132 meters, making it the second deepest known point in the ocean. It is estimated that only about 5% of the ocean's floor has been accurately mapped, leaving the other 95% to be currently a mystery. It may be only a matter of time before an even deeper part of our ocean is found. Without any outside protection, despite our advances in technology and exploration, the ocean remains a realm of endless fascination and mystery, reminding us of the vastness and complexity of our planet's ecosystems. As we continue to explore and understand the ocean's depths, we uncover not only its secrets but also our own place within this vast and interconnected ecosystem.